Alright, y'all, new chapter. Not doing the challenge. Just want that story, man. Forget all that challenge bullshit, fam.
Hey!
Uh-oh.
You there! Do you work here?
Who? Me?
He's like, yeah, soul sister. Can you help a brother out?
Well, yes.
Could you please take a look at my son? He's been complaining of terrible stomach pain.
You brought him here? We don't accept emergencies or walk-ins.
You accept emergencies. Don't give me that crap.
I heard this hospital is famous. And it's so big. There must be someone who can help.
Well, there's no point arguing about it. I'll take a look at him. What's your son's name?
Oliver. Oliver McHale.
You wouldn't believe the patient I'm dealing with. He's throwing a fit because his operation isn't expensive enough.
Are you serious?
Yeah, his friend just had a hernia operation that cost $40,000 and he doesn't want to be outdone. He's 11 years old and filling the role of a trust fund brat perfectly. I guess it wasn't enough for him that his father pulled some strings to get him into this place. He's the son of some big shot, and neither of his parents have the time to bring him here.
So how much are we charging him?
About $30,000. The operation will be performed in a deluxe suite. Not bad for a case of appendicitis, huh?
Appendicitis? What a coincidence. I'm seeing a boy with the same condition.
Excuse me, Dr. Blaylock?
Yes, Elena?
I have a message from accounting. They say to transport your new patient somewhere else. It seems the family can't afford the treatment. Since Caduceus isn't normally open to the public, they don't know how to deal with situations like this.
They don't know how to deal with people who don't have money?
How much is it going to cost?
I thought they were a government-funded organization.
Well, the family doesn't have health insurance, so at least $10,000.
But transporting him now will put his life at risk.
Unfortunately, money talks, even when it comes to healthcare.
What do you think? Should I have him transferred?
That's a tough decision. Marcus, have you given your patient his bill yet?
No, why?
Do you mind if I handle it?
She about to break the law, shawty.
I mean, Mr. Forbes. About your hospital bill. The total will be $30,000.
I told you, that's not enough. I can't lose to someone like Jimmy. His dad's just the president of some little company. I want a premium upgrade. Bring in like 10 doctors.
I'm afraid we can't do that. But there might be something else we can do. If you'd like to make a donation, we can increase your bill. How does $10,000 sound?
I mean, make it 15 grand, because doesn't he want to beat his friend?
That's it? Well, how much would the total be?
That would bring it up to $40,000.
But that's the same as Jimmy's. That's still not high enough. I'm way richer than he is.
Well, we could add $2,000 more and make it $42,000.
$42,000. Well, I guess that's okay. My daddy gives me whatever Oh! Ow! My tummy hurts! Hurry up and fix it!
We have the best room reserved for you, so let's get started.
Well then, the donation will be transferred from the hospital to the Oliver McHale Fund. Elena, prep for surgery. We've got 2 appendixes to remove.
Doesn't somebody need to sign a contract for that shit?
Pretty sneaky, Val.
Pretty sneaky, sis.
To be honest, I'm impressed.
It still counts as a donation, so it's not gonna cause us any problems, right?
It'll be fine. It's in both their best interests anyway, so it all works out.
Well, let's begin the conference. The first patient, Chandler, has acute appendicitis. It appears to be in its early stages, so the operation should be fairly routine. However, the second patient, Oliver, seems to have the same condition, but in an advanced state. It looks like he's been trying to hide his symptoms.
But he's only a child.
We understand the situation. This is going to be 2 operations back to back, so let's be quick.
Yeah, let's do this. We going with Valerie.
I'm ready to see the first patient. This boy's condition is relatively mild, isn't it?
It's still too late to treat it with antibiotics. It would be best to perform an appendectomy.
All right. Please begin the procedure. Please prepare to extract the appendix. First, inject the sedative. Next, we'll be cutting into the mesoappendix. Use the scalpel to make an incision. Next, we'll tie 2 wires around the appendix. However, they must be tied in the appropriate places.
One goes around the base of the... Look at where the wire needs to be. Then slide it down while pressing the A button. We're done tying the base. Now for the wire around the appendix.
Now that both parts of the appendix have been tied, make an incision between the 2 wires, and now that the appendix has been severed, please place it on the tray. The appendix has been successfully removed. Now, treat the excision area with a membrane. Affix the membrane with the antibiotic gel. Looks like our first operation was a success.
That's pretty easy.
Let's close him up.
That went smoothly.
Let's move on to our next patient.
Doctor, we have a problem. Oliver's condition has worsened.
Yeah, why didn't you start with the worst? Well, I guess you can't.
What?
What's his condition?
He complained of severe pain and then went into shock.
Don't tell me. His appendix has burst.
We'll find out when we open him up. We have to hurry and get in there.
Come on.
The pus is causing inflammation.
It's peritonitis.
Treat the inflammation and drain the pus. The appendix needs to be removed as well. Begin with the sedative. This is bad. The appendix is festering. Please hurry up and extract the appendix. It's secreting pus.
The patient's vitals.
The appendix has been extracted, so we shouldn't have to worry about any more pus. Affix the synthetic membrane with The synthetic membrane has been affixed. Let's treat the remaining wounds. appendectomy is complete and the peritonitis has been treated. Let's close him up. This boy is very lucky. If he'd waited any longer for surgery, he may not have pulled through. Well, let's close him up.
Rich or poor, we're all the same under the knife. I never thought such a simple operation could put me on edge like this.
I think we've all learned something from this operation.
Thank you so much, Doctor. You saved my son's life. But I thought that this hospital didn't treat normal patients.
Well, it was an emergency, so this was a special case. Thankfully, an anonymous donor paid for your treatment fees.
I can't believe how fortunate we are. That donor must be an angel.
Yes, well, please see to getting your son health insurance so he can get the medical help he needs.
I mean, that guy doesn't really look like he's got money for that, but okay.
Okay, I will. Thanks again.
You're welcome. Take care now.
You're very good with children, Dr. Blaylock.
Thanks. I did some volunteer work at an orphanage. How about you, Marcus? Who are the lucky beneficiaries of your time?
I didn't do any volunteer work.
Really? I thought that was a requirement for all doctors. He's so self-centered. Drives me crazy. I haven't heard from him in I don't know how long, and now he's telling me to come to Philadelphia. He's got some nerve. It's like he thinks we're still dating.
That's just his personality. It can't be helped. Besides, you already said yes, right? You're not on call, so why not? Think of it as a little vacation, a chance to reminisce about your college days.
Get you some of that college schlong, you know what I'm saying? Kozlova, whatever her name is. Let's go ahead. You know, take a couple of little back shots, head on back through here.
How stupid of me. When I heard that he'd found a new type of parasite, I agreed to go without thinking. That reminds me. How are things between you and Ray?
It ended when he went back home.
Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up.
Oh, it's all right. If you're so worried about this trip, then why don't you bring Dr. Vaughn along? He has some time off too, doesn't he?
I mean, are you gonna give him a stiff one? Or, I mean, let him give you a stiff one? What's going on?
I don't know if that would be such a good idea. I'm sure he wants to get some rest.
I think he'd be interested in going. It sounds like a fascinating discovery.
You think so?
Thanks, but I'll pass. Philadelphia's too far. It'd be a waste of my vacation. Besides, Robert finished his report on stigma, and I'd like to review it.
Oh, come on, don't be that way. This information will be useful for you.
If it was that important, Caduceus would be all over it. A parasite isn't going to help us understand stigma any better. I have no interest in a new variety of hookworm.
You're going to drive all the way to Philadelphia?
That's the plan.
That sounds like fun. I haven't been on a road trip in a long time.
Really? Then would you like to come along?
Straight invited herself anyway.
Are you sure it's okay?
Of course, the more the merrier. I'll tell Denny it's a field trip for Caduceus Special Disease Counteraction Team.
Hey, I didn't say I was going.
What are you talking about? This is a team effort. I won't take no for an answer. We're all going to Philadelphia this weekend.
Well, you might as well give it up, man. It's hard to argue with a sister.
That was an interesting operation, wasn't it?
I suppose. It would have been a lot more interesting, though, if the operation hadn't been performed on a dog.
Oh, don't be so cranky, Marcus. How was I supposed to know that Denny decided to become a veterinarian?
Are you fucking shitting me?
He tried to be a nice host, right? Even if he didn't exactly succeed.
Look at that guy. He's driving like a maniac. I hope he gets pulled over.
Well, I thought it was worth the trip.
Really? Me too.
Right.
I'm sure what we learned will come in handy someday.
She didn't even get no Denny dick. She just said yes, showed up, and then was like, these are all my friends. And Denny was like, oh, no Denny dick for me. Or no Denny dick for her.
Yeah, like if we ever have to save a celebrity's pampered pooch.
Oh, well, that actually works out because her name is Valerie. So no Valerie vagina and no Danny dick. Denny, sorry.
I never should have let you talk me into this.
All right, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking straight. I mean, how would you feel if your college ex called you out of nowhere?
I totally understand. Just ignore him, Dr. Blaylock.
I mean, if my college ex... Which one? That's... How would you feel if your college ex called you out of nowhere? Well, I would think she was trying to give me some snatch. So I'd have to see what the hell is going on. If she calls me up and she just like, yo, do you still teach tennis lessons? Or some shit like that. I'll be like, yep. Pay me. Anyway.
Hey, what's with that police car?
There's been an accident. Stop the car.
Today's just not my day. It's worse than I thought. Someone was thrown from the car.
It seems he was the only one inside.
Oh, good. So there's this one person in the accident, right?
He's breathing, but he's unconscious. The wounds on his chest are pretty bad. He's not looking so great.
I brought a set of instruments. Let's get ready.
They should have been able to work on that damn dog then.
We're going to operate here?
We'll just perform first aid. He may be suffering from damage to his internal organs.
Well, this has turned out to be one hell of a road trip. This is an emergency. We have to stabilize him.
He appears to have sustained serious blunt trauma to the chest.
We need to treat these external wounds first. The patient's vitals.
We've treated his his external wounds, but his vitals aren't stabilizing. There's probably some internal bleeding. Please open him up.
This doesn't look good.
Please, use the antibiotic gel before the hemorrhaging worsens. That was the worst one. Let's treat the other wounds.
His vitals still aren't stabilizing. We must have missed something. We'll have to use the magnification tool.
We've treated all the wounds, but his vitals still haven't stabilized.
Yeah.
Doctor, something's
patient's
wrong.
vitals.
Keep looking. The hemorrhaging's formed a pool of blood. Doctor, the shadow has disappeared. A laceration has formed.
Oh my goodness.
The hemorrhaging's gotten worse.
The patient's vitals.
Once you've drained the blood, quickly use the forceps to close the laceration. It appears that blood has collected in the thoracic cavity. Please hurry.
The patient's vitals.
Now suture the incision before it hemorrhages again.
Suture.
Another blood pool has formed. Please drain it. There may be other pockets of blood. Keep searching.
The patient's vitals.
There we go. Alright, here we go.
Finally, his vitals are stabilizing. He should be all right now.
Okay, let's close him up. If we hadn't decided to operate, he never would have made it. Well done, you guys.
I feel like there might be some legal ramifications behind just stopping and operating on some people. What if something bad happened to him? Caduceus would be like, damn, you cost us a lot of money, you were doing it on our dime, what the hell?
I'm done transferring him.
Well, we at least accomplished something worthwhile on this trip.
Yeah, he's one lucky guy. How many officers can say they've received roadside surgery?